Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkopolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Talkopolis, the social media TV network for your city.
Thanks for joining us again for the Nashville Fitness and Beauty Roundup. We're here talking CrossFit with Dennis Cheatham and Rebecca Brown, and I'm going to take a moment to brag on them a little bit because these guys are not your typical, what you think of is just gym rats, because they do a lot more with this than just work out and talk about it. They're actually changing people's lives. Dennis, you obviously are a veteran in fitness. You have a master's degree in exercise science, is that correct?
Exercise physiology, health promotions.
Health promotions, and you have the CSCS certification, certified strength and conditioning specialist.
I'm an athletic trainer, certified athletic trainer. So I went into sports medicine, and then got into strength and conditioning. So I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. Then into CrossFit by chance, and became level 1, USAW level 1 coach. Just took the level 2 test this last weekend. National Academy of Sports Medicine, PEDS.
Yeah, you do programming you've been doing programming for kids and sports for kids for many years.
I've been in this field for 15 years.
Okay.
And again, I came from a sports medicine background. I was actually supposed to go to dental school.
Oh.
Dropped out of dental school, and decided to make athletics and sports medicine my career. And I was a soccer player, ended up working as an assistant coach and athletic trainer for Belmont men's soccer program. So I've worked with soccer kids and been a soccer player for a large portion of my life. And from there was a head athletic trainer of a high school in San Antonio. It was an inner city school, so I have an understanding of what Rebecca goes through. And then and came back to Nashville to work a little bit with the Titans in Baptist Sports Medicine.
Wow.
Left there, opened up a Smoothie King, lost that, opened up a CrossFit box, and now I'm enjoying life as a CrossFit owner.
Wow, great. But you don't just do CrossFit, you're still doing sports training for kids?
Yes.
Okay.
We work with a lot of soccer teams and lacrosse teams, hockey teams in the Nashville area, mostly Franklin and Cool Springs area. We use CrossFit methodology in a way for their training, but being a strength and conditioning specialist, I understand that CrossFit, it's a unilateral movement. It's straight forward and backwards. I mean, it's just one direction, and an athlete needs more than that. So we put a twist on it, and we use a lot of agility and a lot of power, a lot of speed and quickness work in their programming. And then they finish off with the workout of the day. They've done Fran. Somewhere or another, they've done Fran. They may have done Fran with a med ball, but they've done Fran. And I'm getting the young athletes that are coming through used to what CrossFit is, and further building the community through that.
Right. So they're getting the functional movement, they're getting the benefit, but you kind of add a little something to give them specific to a sport, whether it's more lateral movements or footwork or so forth.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Rebecca, you you told me you were a couch potato 3 years ago.
Right. Let's see. I think about 4 years ago, I had been smoking for 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I had been sitting on the couch for 10. Because I started smoking when I was young and dumb and in high school, or maybe even 8th grade. Ugh.
Wow.
I know. And then I was playing some sports through high school. And pretty much after I graduated high school, that was it.
No more movement.
No more movement, not much movement. I would occasionally, do the New Year's resolution.
Oh, gotcha.
That would last for 3 weeks, and then I would stop going. And I really was struggling with any kind of motivation.
Okay, so you're not your stereotypical career athlete who's just been working out their entire life and just
No.
always loved it and just born into it. And
No, I loved playing sports when I was a kid. But I was pretty competitive. I did competitive horseback riding and volleyball, and I did a lot of different sports. But no, I started off CrossFit in extremely bad shape. I could not run the length of a football field without bending over with my hands on my knees,
Gotcha.
gasping. I had not a muscle on my body.
Wow. You got plenty now.
I know. I have
you look great.
Thanks.
I mean,
Yeah, I like all my muscles.
yeah. Well, it's a much better,
Right.
kind of body image for women, I think, than
Right. I was
the stick figures we see.
Right.
kind of
I
out
was
there.
what you call skinny fat. I was
Okay.
I think from the smoking.
Sure.
And when I was an undergrad and stuff, I would stay up studying and drinking caffeine and smoking cigarettes and I was very thin and but so unhealthy.
And soft, basically.
And soft and I definitely, even if I as thin as I wasn't happy with my body. It was just
You've made
was in bad shape.
big transformation then,
Right.
obviously. Because
Right,
you're
so
competing at regionals now.
Oh no, I haven't made it to regionals
Okay.
yet. Now
But
that
you're-
I would like
but
to.
you're competing
We'll
at
see.
some local level.
I compete in CrossFit. I compete in Olympic lifting. I will probably qualify for nationals next year in Olympic lifting.
Wow.
That's my strength.
Okay.
In CrossFit, things like burpees tend to get me. I still struggle with the cardio, but I started. I quit smoking, and I decided that I needed to join the fitness world. I did a boot camp. I did couch to 5K program and did, I think.
Truly from the couch.
Yeah, literally from the couch. Couch to 5K. I hated running. I hated it. And I did the boot camps, and they were okay. They were fun in the beginning, but they got old. You're just doing like 10-pound dumbbells and,
Right.
Running up and down a turf.
So you just weren't feeling challenged after a while.
Right. And then my husband, it took him about 9 months to talk me into CrossFit, and then I gave it a shot, and I loved it, and it changed my life. And I actually met Dennis at my first competition. I was dying. It was a scale division. They had they have beginner divisions in CrossFit competition, and I definitely qualified.
Wow.
And
As a beginner.
right, as a beginner, I qualified as a beginner, and I was hooked. And I got my level 1.
That's a certification for CrossFit.
Right, I got my
First-
CrossFit level 1, and then I found out about Steve's Club.
Yes,
which-
I wanted. Thanks for
Right.
bringing that up. Yeah.
Yes, Steve's Club national program is the national 501c3 that was originally founded in New Jersey that takes CrossFit to at-risk kids. I am, I completely own up to that. I'm a bleeding heart.
Good.
And
Well,
I found out about Steve's Club and said, this is for me. And I opened a branch in Nashville, and I got my CrossFit Kids certification. I got my CrossFit Gymnastics certification, and which is something that is a little, takes people aback because I'm a very tall
Yeah.
gymnast. There's a reason gymnasts are really short, but I got that because it's something I struggle in. I've got my USAW level 1, and would like to get my level 2 hopefully soon. And I coach about 12 kids classes a week. I go
Great.
into Stratford High School.
This is part of Steve's Club, is coaching the kids' classes. Okay.
Right. I go into Stratford High School. I run a kids class out of the CrossFit gym that I coach adult classes at.
At 615.
Right.
CrossFit 615.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to start expanding. I'm mostly in East Nashville right now. I'm hoping to start expanding into other areas of Nashville that definitely need it.
So these kids are not paying for classes. Their parents
No.
are paying for classes. This is nonprofits paid for by
Right.
fundraising.
Well, yeah, I fundraise. I hold CrossFit competitions. I think
Scary games.
Scary Strong Games.
Yes.
I think
Scary
one of-
strong games.
Scary strong games.
I think I've got one of his athletes talked into doing it.
Will.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's these fundraisers and way for people the CrossFit community to contribute. And then I do some other fundraising, of course. But it's great. These kids are great.
How long have you been doing that then?
Steve's Club has been going on in Nashville for about a year and a half. I've
Year
been
and a half.
working with kids since January of 2012. I just got back from the Steve's Club National Program summer camp where they flew up 4 of my kids to participate, and it was a life-changing experience.
That's great.
These kids' stories. I wish I could give everybody a piece of what I heard. It was pretty heartbreaking. You know, these are good kids. They have come and most of them have come and found me, and are reaching out and taking their future into their hands. I don't make them do it. CrossFit is hard. It is. Nobody does it that doesn't want to work hard and improve themselves.
Right.
So it's great.
So these, when you say at risk, you're talking about maybe maybe an unstable home environment, or moving from home to home, maybe foster type kids too, or?
Right. I've got a little bit of everything. You know, I mainly target schools that have majority demographics, because how do you label at risk?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That is a very tricky thing to label. I have had kids come in the door and where you're like, you know, I wonder if they technically qualify as at risk, and I have had to eat my words, or I've told other people to eat their words, because you never know. These two of the kids that I took to the summer camp, they did our story time, and where the kids got a chance to share their stories. We turned off the cameras. Everybody just quieted down. And two of my own kids, I had no idea. It was heartbreaking. Everybody just had tears pouring down their face as teenage boys and teenage girls just opened up and poured their hearts out. It was heartbreaking and inspiring, because you know,
they're trying to change.
They have
their situation.
They found a way to rise above. Here they are getting flown around the country, and they have the community and support. It was great.
Well, I think you told me. Do you feed some of them sometimes? Do you have food available after
I provide healthy snacks. Healthy snacks. And sometimes they are a little taken aback by my snacks, but I make them eat them, or they do burpees. Or not always.
There's a choice. Eat snacks, do burpees.
Mainly I joke around with them. I say, if you don't eat that carrot, I'm going to make you do burpees.
I imagine some of these kids don't necessarily get a healthy meal very often, or
I've had kids that have never eaten a carrot. Literally have never eaten a carrot. But so I provide, you know, trail mix, jerky, fruit, vegetables.
And some of them may not get breakfast. They might go to school without breakfast, I would assume. Or
yes, I've had that experience too, where as time has gone by, I've realized that nobody is buying them breakfast at home.
Gotcha. Wow, that's great. Well, I mean, the transformation is not just you personally, but you've taken it and you're sharing it. Really, a year and a half in.
I'd been CrossFitting about a year and a half when I started.
That's amazing.
Right. Well, I mean, it changed my life, and
you're sharing and helping other people do that. Yeah. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
I love kids.
That's fantastic. Wow. That's a great thing to end on. So people, we're going to put that information up where people can, if they want to help you and donate to Steve's Club, they can do that.
StevesClubNashville.org is my website. There's a bunch of different links on there of how you can get involved or contact me or donate or sign up for the next event. I really encourage people to try, if they CrossFit, to try out a competition at some point. You know, I am, you know, taking volunteers in different areas. You don't have to be a coach, a level 1 coach, to volunteer with me. There's other areas where I need volunteers. I do need coaches as well if I am going to expand into other areas.
Great. So other areas of Nashville, you mean?
Other areas of Nashville. There's definitely some demographics that I haven't been able to hit yet. You know, the Nolensville area.
Sure. Oh yeah. There's an abundance of at-risk kids who would love to.
Yes, there's tons of
change
them
their lives.
Right.
So, wow, fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, I think that really gives us a great picture of CrossFit that most people don't. Yeah, I mean,
and my cheeks red.
Great. I'm gonna tear up here. Just if you keep going, I have to cut you off because that's you're getting to me. That's amazing that you're doing that. I mean,
thanks.
So, great picture of CrossFit, guys. Great picture that most people are not going to see or hear about clicking through the internet. You know, so thank you for joining me here and taking the time to just share what you guys are passionate about. So.